Love has no conditions. But what most call love is not a love. It is a trade, a silent deal that says, I will give you this feeling if you give it back. And when it is not returned, pain comes. Not because love was lost, but because the deal was broken. This is not love. This is transaction. You say, I love you, and then wait. What you are waiting for? If those words were real, they would not ask for anything. They would not wait to be echoed. They would not need a reply. They would be whole in themselves. But most love is not whole. It is full of hunger, full of longing, full of silent contracts. And when the contract is not met, hurt appears, blame appears, withdrawal appears. That is not love, that is attachment, that is dependence dressed as love. But look closer. Do you still love your child if one day they say, I hate you? If they reject your name, your language, your beliefs, and follow their own path? Do you still love them without waiting for them to come back? Or is there a quiet ache inside, hoping they will return to what they were, so you can feel whole again? Do you still love your partner when they no longer admire you, when their bodies change, when they stop needing you and start needing someone else? Do you still love them if they fall in love with another? Was your love only real as long as they were yours? Do you still love your parent if they stop giving, if they pass on their wealth to someone else, a neighbor, a stranger, and leave you nothing? Was your love only real as long as you were the one who received? Do you still love your friend when they no longer call, when they stop listening, stop praising, stop showing up? Do you love when there is nothing to gain, no return? Or is it only love when something comes back? If it waits to be returned, it is not love. It is a transaction dressed as devotion. True love is like the sun. It does not ask, who prayed to me this morning? It does not shine more on the grateful and less on the silent. It does not withhold light when it is ignored. It simply shines without thought, without need, without aim. That is love. Not because it wants to be called loving, not because it hopes to be noticed, but because it cannot help but shine equally. The sun is not deciding who deserves it. It just gives, and in that giving, it is free. So what happens when love is truly given? Not to get, not to keep, but just given. Then, for the first time, you are not the giver. You are the love. The separation collapses, and there is no longer you loving them, and there is just love. It flows. Through eyes, through hands, through silence. And it does not care what comes back, because it does not need anything to be itself. But the mind says, be careful. Don't give too much. They will take advantage. Yes, they might. But love was never about them. It was about what remains when you are no longer bargaining. To love without conditions is not something you can do, because what wants to love unconditionally is already a condition, a filter, a seeker, and love does not pass through filters. That is why it seems rare, not because love is rare, but because it is only here when nothing is in the way. This is not a path for reward. This is the end of reward. Allow this to be seen. It may seem like love when you look at a sunset, or listen to the waves, or gaze at the stars. But look closely. Would you still love the sun if it rose in a dull grey? If it burned the sky red and scorched everything you know? Would you still love the ocean if its waves swallowed what you loved most? If its voice was thunder and not peace? Do you love the thing or the feeling it gives you? Is it the ocean you love or the silence it brings to your mind? Is it the sunset or the break it gives you from your own thoughts? Because if that's the case, even this is not love. It is a refuge, a relief, a momentary escape, a trade. Not because you meant it that way, but because even beauty is still being used. Used to quiet the mind, used to feel calm, used to feel good. But true love has no use. It is not drawn to beauty. It is not seeking peace. It is not interested in escape. It just is. Even in ruin, even in fire, even in death. Because it is unconditional. It is love without a center, without a self, without a reason. And that love asks for nothing, not even stillness. To love like this is not heroic, it is natural, like a tree that offers shade even to the one who cuts it. Not because it should, but because it can. And when that is seen, you no longer chase love, you no longer protect it, you no longer manage it. You simply are it.